Now, the greatest radio shows of all time.
Suspense.
The Shadow Node.
Washington calling David Harding, counter spy.
Classic radio theater.
The Great-Gildersleeve.
Fibber McGee and Molly.
Dragnet. Gunsmoke.
The Lone Ranger.
Now, step back into a time machine with your host, Wyatt Cox.
Good evening, friends of the Inner Sanctum.
Willard Waterman stars in an episode of The Great-Gildersleeve from March 24th, 1954. Gildy is going to the hobby show. If he can figure out a hobby.
The Kraft Foods Company presents Willard Waterman as the Great-Gildersleeve. The Great-Gildersleeve is brought to you, transcribed by the Kraft Foods Company.
I'm Grace Tuttle. As a school teacher in Summerfield, my time is taken up by many interesting projects. Right now, it's the hobby show, which I'm sponsoring in the school gymnasium. Of course, a lot of my time is also taken up by two of the town's eligible bachelors. Oh, excuse me, the most eligible ones at the door.
Hello, Grace.
Oh, hello, Throckmorton. Come in.
Yeah, thank you. Sorry I'm late, but I had to help Leroy prepare for a Boy Scout
As
test.
soon as you catch your breath, I have another little job for you.
Girl Scouts?
No, I have to work up some signs for the hobby show.
Hobby show?
Yes, I need a sign for each booth, and you're the one to paint them.
I have a hobby we don't have to paint a sign for. There's a full moon going to waste over the reservoir.
Now, Throckmorton.
Well, I thought we might take a little drive this evening. After all, spring is officially here.
You just feel like it's spring.
You bet. Come on, Grace. Bundle up good and we'll go out and enjoy the spring air.
Nuh-uh. I'm going to get these signs painted tonight.
Hee
Matter of fact, I'm disappointed that you haven't shown more interest in the hobby show.
Well, I've never gone in much for hobbies. Of course, when I was a kid, I used to have a hobby horse.
Yes, come on. Grab a paint pot and a brush.
Well, I'll draw a picture of the moon, just to show you what you're missing.
I'm not listening.
Now, here's the moon, and here's the reservoir.
And here's your hat.
What?
I mean it. If you aren't going to help me, you may as well go home.
You but Grace.
I wonder who that can be.
Probably the man in the moon wondering why we haven't shown up.
Good evening, Grace.
Why, Clarence.
Surprise, surprise.
Hey, Olson, what's he doing here?
Did someone send for a doctor?
No.
Pushy intern. Someday I'll send him to a doctor.
Seriously, Grace, I want to show you what I'm planning to enter in your hobby show.
Oh, well, come in.
Oh, I see the water commissioner is here. Having trouble with the plumbing?
Hello, Olson.
Don't look so stricken, Gildersleeve. I won't stay long.
Good.
Won't take me more than 2 or 3 hours to show Grace my paintings.
Oh,
I'm anxious to see them, Clarence.
Of course, I only dabble on weekends.
sort of a no-talent Churchill, eh, Olson?
Gildersleeve, would you like to go listen to the radio while we discuss art?
Art.
This is a lovely watercolor.
Well, thank you, Grace.
I bet you got them at the dime store. They give you pictures like that if you just buy the frames.
Jealous.
I love the subtle colors.
Oh, that little still life I did at home in the kitchen.
Oh, bananas.
What I really enjoy is getting out and painting landscapes. What do you think of my marine?
It's gorgeous.
I can see the water, but where's the marine?
It looks like something Frederick Waugh might have done.
Well, thank you, thank you. Then you approve of my entries for your hobby show?
They're wonderful.
Gildersleeve, what are you entering?
Oh, Throckmorton doesn't have a hobby.
Oh, wait a minute.
What?
I have hobbies. I just don't flaunt them. I'm no show-off like some people I know.
Some people just don't have anything to show off.
Yeah, I have to get rid of him. Olson,
Yes, Gildersleeve.
Probably you don't realize Grace has a lot of work to do. Signs to paint for the show.
Oh, then you need a painter.
Will you really help, Clarence?
Yeah, but Grace...
Will I? There's nothing I'd enjoy more than staying here working with you, Grace.
I just thought of a hobby for me. Keep my big fat mouth shut.
Here's your evening paper, Mr. Gildersleeve.
Yeah, thank you, Bertie.
I see one of your lady friends is staging a hobby show.
Yeah. Is that in the paper?
Yes, sir. There's a picture of Miss Tuttle, Dr. Olson, and some other gentleman holding up their hobbies.
Yeah, let's see. Yeah, look at Olson grin. You'd think he just painted Whistler's mother.
Ain't that the postmaster?
Yeah, holding up his stamp collection. He's getting so Grace won't pay any attention to anybody who doesn't have a hobby.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I was over there last night, and Dr. Olson came by.
Uh-oh.
I couldn't get a word in edgewise. I felt completely left out.
Yes, sir.
Probably I should have had a hobby all these years.
I thought you had one.
Me?
Girls.
Oh, my goodness.
You always had plenty of them.
Yeah, I know.
A sailor's got a girl in every port, but the water commissioner's got them on tap all over town.
No, Bertie.
You got a hobby that is a hobby. You just take your girls to the hobby show and put them in your booth.
Oh.
You can't miss winning first prize. Who's going to look at the stamp collection when they can look at your collection?
Yeah, all right, Bertie. You know I'm not a ladies' man.
Well, I know this. You ain't been collecting stamps all these years.
Well, I'll just forget about the hobby show. Let Olson have his fun. There are other interests in life. Say, the Jolly Boys haven't gotten together in some time. We might have a meeting the night of the hobby show. Yeah, Peavy's president. I'll suggest he call the meeting. Hello, Peavy.
Yeah, hello, Mr. Gildersleeve. What can I do for you this evening?
I just thought I'd drop in while I'm waiting to pick up Leroy.
Are you chauffeuring for the kids again this evening?
No, I just had to take the boy over to the library. Oh, there's always something, Peavy.
Yeah, I guess a growing youngster demands a lot of time.
Yeah, but I want to encourage him in his studies.
Yeah, my father was always encouraging me.
Did he help you a lot?
Oh, my, yes. He got me up at 5 o'clock and said, Dickie boy, hit the books.
Oh, don't tell me he called you Dickie Boy.
Well, my name's Richard. My nickname was Dick, and I was a boy. Dickie boy.
Yeah, I understand.
You mean they never called you Throcky boy?
No. Peavy, I want to talk to you about something.
Very well.
We haven't had a Jolly Boys meeting for some time.
Our singing's so bad it takes quite a while to forget it.
Yeah, how about a meeting tomorrow night?
Oh, my, no, that's a hobby show night.
You're going to the hobby show?
Well, I'm here to tell you I've got a hobby.
You, Peavy?
And where am I going to show it if I don't show it at the hobby show?
All right, Peavy, go.
I intend to.
We'll have a meeting without you. I'll get the judge, Floyd, and the chief.
I don't think you'll have any luck, Mr. Gildersleeve.
What do you mean?
The judge is entering his coin collection.
He should have quite a collection. He never spends any.
And Floyd's entering something, and Chief of Police Gates is displaying his collection of confiscated blackjack.
Blackjacks? What a display for a school gymnasium.
I'm surprised you aren't interested in the hobby show since your girl is staging it.
Not me. I don't follow the crowd.
Well, everybody seems to be going, including Dr. Olson.
Well, I don't care. I'm no sheep.
And if he beats your time with Miss Tuttle, you'll be the goat.
All right, watch it, Dickie boy.
Mr. Gildersleeve, don't call me Dickie boy.
Your father called you Dickie boy.
Well, he could lick me, but you can't.
Goodbye, Peavy.
Gosh, Unc, I'm sorry I kept you waiting so long at the library.
Oh, that's all right, Leroy. It's worth a little time if some knowledge penetrates that head of yours.
With all this scientific stuff, why doesn't somebody invent a knowledge salve?
Knowledge salve?
Yeah, rub it on your head and let it sink in while you're out playing baseball.
Oh, my goodness. Hey.
What's the matter?
The lights are still on in the school gymnasium. Think I'll run in and see if Grace is still working on the hobby booths.
Can I go in with you, Unc?
No, you stay in the car, my boy. If Grace is there, I'll only be a minute. Leroy, stay in the car. I'll be right back.
If you're not back in 15 minutes, can I honk the horn?
No. Oh, that boy. Yeah, glad I drove by the school. The only way I can get away from Olson is to catch Grace in the gymnasium. Well, there she is, tacking up a sign. Hello, Grace.
Hello, Throckmorton.
Right, George, you look cute on that stepladder.
Thank you. Surprised to see you here.
Well, I was hoping I'd find you alone.
She isn't alone.
Oop. I didn't see you in that booth, Olson.
I've been helping Grace.
Clarence is so devoted to the hobby show.
Yeah, I know what he's devoted to.
Clarence, will you hand me some more tacks?
Yeah, I will.
I've got him. Here you are.
Thank you, Clarence. I don't know what I'd have done tonight without you.
Yes.
They're getting entirely too friendly.
You mind if I start setting up my booth?
Why, it's Mr. Peavy.
No, Miss Tuttle. I thought I'd bring over part of my exhibit tonight.
Hello, Mr. Peavy. Your booth's right over here.
Oh, thank you, Dr. Olson.
Peavy, you didn't tell me your hobby was model railroads?
You didn't ask me.
Oh.
I thought I'd put down the track tonight, and tomorrow Mrs. Peavy's going to drive the train over.
Wonderful. Is she interested in trains?
Mrs. Peavy's the engineer.
A lady engineer?
Well, she runs things around the house, so I let her run the train.
Oh, they've forgotten I'm here.
You know, Mr. Peavy, I'm finding out more things about people.
You don't say.
Well, they have such fascinating interests. You have your railroads. Clarence has his beautiful paintings.
What do you have to offer, Gildersleeve?
Clarence, don't embarrass Throckmorton.
No, I'm not embarrassed. I stopped by tonight to ask if there's another booth available.
Why, Throckmorton, I thought you weren't interested in hobbies.
Like I said last night, I just don't flaunt them.
Wonderful. What shall I put you down for?
Well,
Can't you think of anything, Gildersleeve?
Well, I'm just thinking of which hobby to present. Oh, that's Leroy blowing the horn. I have to run now. Save me a booth.
What an obvious character. Gracie's just entering the hobby show to be near you.
Oh, a man wouldn't go to all that trouble just because he likes me.
Well, no, I wouldn't say that.
The Great Gildersleeve will be back in just a minute.
From March 24th, 1954, The Great Gildersleeve, here on Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox. Now on Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox, more of Willard Waterman as The Great Gildersleeve from March 24th, 1954.
Well, the night before his girlfriend's hobby show, Mr. Gildersleeve decided he better get himself a hobby. He even went so far as to reserve a hobby booth. Now he's wringing his hand, racking his brain, and pacing the floor. Oh, well.
Yes?
Excuse me, Mr. Gildersleeve.
Come in, Bertie.
I'm about to close up the kitchen, and if you want a midnight snack,
No, thanks, Bertie. Not hungry.
No, sir. Have you thought of a hobby yet?
No, I may be up all night.
Yes, sir. Well, some people collect stamps, some collect butterflies, but you don't have time for that.
I've got butterflies. I'm committed to having something in that booth tomorrow night.
Yes, sir.
Bertie, if you were going in for a hobby, what would you collect?
Taxes?
Taxes.
Of course, I guess Uncle Sam's got that booth.
Please, Bertie, I'm trying to think.
Yes, sir.
I've looked through books for ideas, tried everything.
Well, you might get a hobby out of something you used to do as a boy, if they had hobbies then.
Well, I made kites. And for some reason, they wouldn't fly.
That takes care of kites.
Say, I did take a manual training course in high school. Used to be pretty good at woodwork.
You got the tools in the basement.
That's right. There's my old lathe down there, and I could use Leroy's tool chest.
I'll clean out the basement first thing in the morning. You can go to work.
Right, George, I'm beginning to see the light.
What you gonna make?
A lamp. Oh, wait till Grace sees how I can mold a piece of wood.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Dr. Olson will wish he'd stuck to painting tonsils.
Yes, sir.
I'm glad I got an early start. Yeah, that old lathe works like a sewing machine. Yeah, well, I thought to make a lamp base in the shape of a water tower. After the show, I'll give it to Grace, and it'll remind her of me.
Hi, Unc.
Oh, good morning, Leroy.
Aren't you going to the office today?
No. I'll need every minute to finish this.
What are you doing? Hey, I said, what are you doing?
Oh. What did you say?
I said, what are you doing?
I'm working on my hobby.
Yeah? Do you mind stopping a minute?
Well, I'm pretty busy. What is it, my boy?
Can you help me with my homework?
Homework. It's time for school.
Well, it'll only take a second. I want you to help me with this problem.
Oh, all right. Shoot.
Okay. A and B start from the same place and go in opposite directions, A traveling 30 miles an hour and B traveling 10 miles an hour. If B starts 3 hours before A, how long has A traveled when they are 90 miles apart?
How's that again?
Here's the book. Read it.
Oh, yeah. Better get my pencil. Let's see now. B's gone 30 miles before A starts. After an hour, 40 miles. A's gone 30. It's 70.
Where do you suppose they're going?
Quiet, Leroy. In an hour and a half, each has gone 45. Hey, that's 90 miles. Takes them an hour and a half.
Swell, Hunk. That's the answer I got.
What?
I just wanted to be sure I was right.
Oh, what a waste of time.
Well, be seeing you, Unc.
Goodbye, my boy. Gee. Now maybe I can get back to my lamp base. Hope I can finish it in time. Yeah, she's taking shape. With Leroy in school, I won't have any more interruptions.
Excuse me!
Oop. Yes, Bertie?
Can you stop doing what you're doing for a minute?
Oh, why, Bertie?
You know, Leroy just ran to school.
Yes?
Well, he went off without his lunch pail.
Zeke.
Can you drop it by school?
Oh, all right. Confound it. I'll take it over. Nearly 4 o'clock, and I haven't finished sandpapering. Still have to glue the legs on. Stain it.
Hi, Unc.
Hello, Leroy.
Say, we were right this morning.
What do you mean we were right?
The algebra problem.
Oh, I'm glad to hear it.
Yeah. I should have asked you about the 4 I missed.
Yes.
What are you making, a baseball bat?
I'm making a lamp.
Well, gosh, don't get touchy. How do I know it's a lamp? Where's the bulb?
Leroy, the bulb will be sticking out of the water tower.
Where's the water tower?
That's my lamp.
Oh.
I haven't put it all together yet.
You're going to write a card and tell them what it is, huh?
My boy, aren't you supposed to go to Clara Pettibone's birthday party this afternoon?
Yeah, I'm going to put in an appearance.
Hadn't you better hike upstairs and put on your blue suit?
My blue suit? Just to get ice cream on it?
Mrs. Pettibone is a stickler for doing things according to Hoyle. Besides, you want to look like a gentleman.
I do?
Young man, your blue suit.
No, grown.
Well, let's see. Where was I? Oh, yes. Running out of time. Haven't turned out the legs for the tank yet. Oh, not again. Yes, Leroy.
How do I look?
Well, that's better. Now you look... Leroy, you're wearing your blue suit with tennis shoes?
We may play basketball.
Not at a party staged by Mrs. Pettibone. Now get upstairs and put on your black shoes and see that they shine.
Can I shine my tennis shoes?
Leroy. leg doesn't fit. We have to bevel it some more. Time's getting away.
How do I look now?
That's more like it, my boy. Now, let me straighten your tie so the label doesn't show.
Okay.
Now, don't forget your manners at the party.
I won't. Not me.
Now, what are you going to say when you give Clara her birthday present?
I'll say, here.
No. You wish her a happy birthday.
Oh, sure, I'll do that.
Now, what do you say to Mrs. Pettibone after the party?
Well, I'm hoping I don't see much of her.
Leroy, don't forget to thank her for inviting you.
Got to remind the youngsters of the manners. March 24th, 1954, The Great Gildersleeve. The conclusion follows these words from your favorite radio station. You're listening to Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox. Just when you thought it couldn't get any better, Mike Lindell and MyPillow launching the MyPillow 2.0. Now, when Mike invented MyPillow, it had everything you could want in a pillow. Now, nearly 20 years later, he's discovered a new technology that makes MyPillow even better. Of course, the patented adjustable fill of the original MyPillow, but now with brand new fabric with a temperature-regulating thread, it's the softest, smoothest, and coolest pillow you'll ever own. Say goodbye to tossing and turning and flipping your pillow over in the middle of the night. And more great news on the MyPillow 2.0 buy one, get one free offer with my promo code Wyatt. MyPillow 2.0 is 100% made in the USA, 10-year warranty, 60-day money-back guarantee. Go to MyPillow.com, click on the radio podcast square to receive the MyPillow 2.0 buy one, get one free offer. Use my promo code Wyatt or call 1-800-928-4715. Now on Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox, the conclusion of The Great Gildersleeve, March 24th, 1954.
Compliment the refreshments.
Okay, I better go.
Yeah, have a nice time.
I'll be thinking of so many things I gotta say and do, I won't have time to have fun.
Oh, youth. Well, maybe I can get this lamp finished now. The legs are going to be short for a water tank. If I made it to scale, instead of a table lamp, it'd be a chandelier. I wonder if I'll be able to finish it for the hobby show. Oh, my goodness. What is it, Bertie?
Can you stop doing what you're doing for a minute?
About all I've done today is stop.
Leroy just ran off to the party.
Good.
But he forgot his present.
Oh, pooh!
Mr. Gildersleeve, you off to the hobby show at last?
Yeah, Bertie. I wouldn't even go if Grace weren't sponsoring it.
That's your lamp?
Oh, don't rub it in. I didn't get to finish it.
You gonna enter it anyway?
No, I'm not going to be a laughing stock, Bertie. I'm going to leave it on the back porch, and tomorrow I'll split it up for kindling.
Oh, that's too bad. Are you sure you don't want to enter it as unfinished business?
Bertie.
That could be a new hobby. Unfinished business.
See you around, Piggy. Thanks for bringing me home from the party. Hey, Unc went off and left his lamp on the back steps. I guess it's a lamp. Gosh, I better get it down to the hobby show for him.
Well, quite a few people at the hobby show.
Well, hello, Mr. Gildersleeve.
Oh, hello, Phoebe.
Where's your hobby?
I didn't finish it.
Yeah, it's too bad. Miss Tuttle will be disappointed.
Yeah, I know.
You care to come over and play train with me and Mrs. Peavy?
Thanks. No, I'll just wander around.
Yeah, well.
Hey, Gildersleeve.
Yeah, Olson.
Oh, what happened to your hobby? I won a prize with my painting.
Great. Go frame yourself. Oh, he'll be number one with Grace now. Oop, there's Leroy putting something in my booth. It's my lamp. Leroy!
Oh, hi, Unc.
Get that lamp out of my booth.
Didn't you forget it?
No, I didn't get to finish it.
I wondered what was wrong with it.
There were too darn many interruptions.
Oh, there you are, Throckmorton. Hello, Leroy.
Hi, Miss Tuttle.
Hello, Grace.
I'm dying to see your hobby entry. Is this it?
Well, Grace, you see...
What is it? Something futuristic?
It's a lamp base.
Oh.
Well, as a matter of fact, Grace, I didn't get to finish it today. Leroy didn't know and brought it anyway.
You were trying to do all this in one day?
Well...
Then you really don't have a hobby.
Unc does, too, have a hobby.
Now, Leroy...
What is it, Leroy?
Well, heck, the way things have been going, I guess I'm his hobby.
Oh?
I guess he'd have finished his lamp and done a lot of other things if I didn't take up so much of his time.
No, my boy.
I guess Unc's never had the chance to do a lot of the things he wanted to.
Leroy, this hobby doesn't mean a thing.
Throckmorton, I think we should have a special prize for you.
For me?
Mm-hmm. Because raising a boy is about the best hobby a man can have.
Well, never thought of it as a hobby.
Hey, Unc, if I'm a hobby, I better go sit in your booth.
What?
I'm the only hobby that can wiggle its ears.
Oh, what a boy.
Now the fire's catching on, Throckmorton.
Yeah. That lamp base makes pretty good log.
I'm sorry you didn't get to finish it for the hobby show.
Well, Grace, I'd never be able to compete with some of those entries.
I thought little Joey Martin had the most novel hobby.
You know, the little crippled boy?
Mm-hmm. Did you see his collection of Easter seals? One for every year they've had them.
Well, I guess that's little Joey's way of saying thanks for all Easter seals have done for him. I remember when he couldn't walk.
I know, and his parents weren't able to help much.
Well, the care and treatment of crippled children is costly. That's why all of us have to help. Ladies and gentlemen, be sure you send a contribution to your Easter Seal Society for Crippled Children. A youngster who has to walk with crutches and braces needs lots of friends to help him on his way. The American people have always been very generous in helping every worthwhile cause, but perhaps no one thing can give you more genuine satisfaction than holding out a helping hand to a crippled child. Give them a chance by giving. Good night, folks.
The Great Gildersleeve is played by Willard Waterman and is an NBC Radio Network production. The show is written by John Elliott and Andy White and is transcribed. Included in the cast are Walter Tetley, Lillian Randolph, Mary Shipp, George Neese, and Dick LeGrand. Musical compositions by Jack Meakin. This is John Heaston saying good night for the Kraft Foods Company, makers of the famous line of Kraft quality food products. Be sure to listen in next week and every week for the further adventures of the Great Gildersleeve.
March 24th, 1954, The Great Gildersleeve here on Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox. Now on Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox for Robert and all of our friends in the Lum and Abner Entertainment Society, an episode of Lum and Abner, thanks to Ted at RadioMemories.com, March 24th, 1942.
And now, let's see what's going on down in Pine Ridge. Well, Abner escaped the long arm of the law when his letter to the mail-order house containing counterfeit money was returned for insufficient postage. However, things look no brighter for Lum and Cedric. Cedric is still in jail at the county seat, while Lum, who is out on bail, is preparing to go to court tomorrow. He has been charged with operating a large counterfeiting business. As we look in on the little community today, we find Lum and Abner in their jot-em-down store. Lum is trying to straighten up his affairs so that he can leave the store in Abner's charge. Listen.
And, reckon you may as well throw these away, too. They're just old bills, and they might confuse you. Go ahead and throw them in the stove.
Well, I hate to be going through all our old papers and stuff this way.
Abner, we got to get everything straightened up and put in order so you can carry on alone.
And don't keep saying alone. That sounds like you ain't never coming back.
Well, maybe I ain't. I don't know.
Oh, now don't feel that way. You ain't as bad off as Cedric. He's still locked up there in jail. His papa won't bail him out.
Yeah, but they might put me in the penitentiary for life instead of just for a few days. Don't forget, I'm the head of a big counterfeiting ring.
No, you ain't. Diogenes Smith is.
Yeah, but I'm the one that's accused of it.
Yeah.
And long as nobody knows where Diogenes is at, I don't know how to prove that I ain't the head of it. And as I almost wish I was guilty.
Was guilty?
Well, then I wouldn't feel so bad about getting sent to the penitentiary.
Well, now, maybe they won't send you there long. You don't know what they're going to decide at your hearing tomorrow.
No, but I got a pretty good idea. About the only chance I got is that lawyer feller Squire's going to get from me wins the case. And I ain't heard from him yet, so I reckon that's out.
Well, Squire had to go to the county seat to see him. Maybe he ain't back yet.
Oh, he's had plenty of time to get back. He went yesterday.
Yeah, well, even if you don't get the lawyer, I still think you got a chance, Lum.
No, I ain't, Abner. I know I ain't, 'cause I found out something else.
Something else?
Yeah, you know them fellers in other towns I was delivering packages of pamphlets to?
Yeah.
Well, they caught one of them fellers, and they taken some fingerprints off of the package. And natural, they turned out to be mine.
Well, they can't do nothing to you for just delivering pamphlets on the right living, can they?
Them weren't pamphlets in them packages.
Huh?
Diogenes said they was. All that time I was delivering counterfeit money and never knowed it.
Oh, my goodness.
Not only that, they showed a picture of me to this fella they caught, and he identified me as the leader of the counterfeiting outfit.
Why, that snake in the weeds.
So, you can see I'm a goner, Abner. They've done framed me, that's what they did.
Framed you?
Yeah, they done a good job of it, too.
Well, I'm glad they at least done that. Is that for the post office?
The post office?
Yeah. Ain't that where they're going to put it?
Put what?
Why, that picture of you they framed.
I never said nothing about no picture.
Why, you did, done it. You said they had a picture of you that they showed to that feller they caught, and then you said they framed it. So I just allowed they's going to hang it up in the post office.
Oh, for goodness sake.
I know that's where they hang pictures of other criminals. I've saw 'em. Don't you recollect that relay to Snake Hogan's that was mixed up in a bank robbery once?
Yeah, but
well, that's where they hung his picture, right there in the post office. Fact is, they had two pictures of him, a front view and a side view. Awful good likeness of him.
I know, I saw them pictures, but I never meant to.
Oh, Snake was awful proud about that. I recollect he used to stand there in the post office for hours at a time, admiring them pictures of his relays. He never could decide which one of 'em he liked the best.
Well, I don't care whether
One day he liked the front view best, and then the next day he'd turn right around and pick the side view.
Listen, Abner, when I
Awful
said...
changeable feller, that Snake. And when they finally caught his relay, why, they had to take his picture down, and Snake asked him for it. And then took him home and hung him up there in his room. His little boy used to look at him and call him Uncle 7809, too. You know what, Lum?
What?
He still can't decide which one of them views he likes the best.
Well, that's too bad, ain't it? I'm awful sorry to hear that.
Oh, yeah.
That's a terrible problem he's got there.
Oh, my, yes, worries him. I hope they only put up one picture of you in the post office. I don't want to have that same trouble.
Abner, they ain't going to hang no pictures of me in the post office. They've done catched me.
Well, where are they going to hang them then?
Well, when I said I was getting framed, I meant that this was a case of being railroaded.
Railroaded?
Yeah.
You mean they're going to hang your picture in all the trains?
Oh, my goodness, I know I oughtn't have said that. Of course not.
Oh, sure, in streetcars.
streetcars.
Yeah, don't you recollect that time me and you was in Kansas City and rode on that streetcar? They had pictures up all along the top of the car. Recollect we got so interested in reading what was wrote on them that we went clean past where we was supposed to get off. Recollect?
Yeah, but them wasn't photographs of criminals. Them was advertising pictures.
Oh,
Soap
yeah.
and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's right. I recollect now. Well, I wouldn't think they'd want your picture for an
Help
advertisement, Lum. Feller that's going to the nothing.
Go ahead and say it, a feller that's going to the penitentiary.
Well, I never meant that exactly, Lum.
It's the truth, though. May as well face it. If the shoe fits, put it on.
Yeah, but Lum, huh?
I say, if the shoe fits, put it on.
Now, listen, Lum. I don't want your shoes. Now, you'll need them in the penitentiary. And they won't fit me no ways, Lum. I might not get both feet in one. I know. You take them shoes with you, Lum. You don't want to go barefooted just 'cause you're in the penitentiary.
I ain't talking about giving you my shoes. I just said if the shoe fits, put it on.
Oh, shoe. Is that what you're advertising, shoes?
Oh, for goodness sake.
What kind of shoes? Them heavy work shoes?
Granny, this is going too far, Abner.
Huh?
Here, I got one day left to be a free man, and I have to spend it arguing with you.
Well, Lum, I weren't arguing. You just said they was going to use your picture in the streetcars for advertising.
That's our ring, thank goodness.
Huh?
You answer it and give me a few minutes of rest and quiet here.
Well, sure, I'll get you set down. I'll take it easy, Lum. I know you're tired.
I hope it's Mr. Adams saying they're going to take me to the penitentiary right now and not have no trial. Anything would be better than this.
Hello. Jot 'em down, store and library. Abner Peabody doing the talking. Wonderful world.
And don't say wonderful world no more.
Cross out that wonderful world. Huh? Who? Oh, hello, Squire. Never knowed you. Yeah, he's here. Oh, you do, huh? Yeah, well, just a minute, then. Just a minute. It's for you, Lum.
Granny, maybe you got that lawyer after all. Give me that phone quick.
Yeah, here.
Hello? Hello, Squire? This is Lum.
Don't need your shoes to wear around.
You did?
They might fit Elizabeth. They'd be big for me.
Well, good. Huh?
You can wear them there in the field.
Oh.
They can half-sole them.
Yeah.
I have to get her to half-sole mine while she's at it, too.
I see. Well, all right, Squire. Oh, no, I ain't blaming you none. Yeah, I know. Well, much obliged anyway, Squire. Goodbye.
What'd he say, Lum?
Well, that's the end, Abner. Now, I know there ain't no hope at all.
Well, what'd he say?
He talked to the lawyer.
Yeah.
He won't even take the case.
Oh, he won't, huh?
That shows you right there how much of a chance they got. The lawyer won't even try to defend me. Here I am, an innocent man, getting convicted of a crime I never done.
Well, now, Lum, you ain't convicted of nothing yet. Maybe the hearing tomorrow will turn out different than you think.
Yeah, it's no use trying to cheer me up, Abner. It's nice of you and all, but I'm a goner. I know that.
Prattle.
You'll write to me once in a while, won't you?
Why, sure, I'll write you, yeah.
I think the warden will let me receive a few letters.
Oh, sure, old man Bates writes to his boy all the time there.
You can tell me all that's happening at the store here and all. And here, Abner, I want you to have this.
Oh, now, Lum, I don't want to take your elk's tooth.
Go ahead and take it. Keep it as a sort of a token of our long-standing partnerships here in the store.
Aw.
And here, take this watch chain over to Dick Huddleston. He always admired it so much.
Lum, now, I don't want to be taking all your things.
Well, I won't need 'em no more. Fact is, we should take that chain over to Dick right now so you can give him my forwarding address.
Forwarding address?
Yeah, tell him if any mail comes to the post office for me, just send it on to the, well, you know where.
Yeah, penitentiary.
Would you do that for me?
Why, sure will. I'll do it right now. While I'm over, I'll look and see if they got 'em up yet, too.
Got 'em up yet? Got what up?
Why, them pictures of you they framed.
Oh, for goodness sake.
I might now, sure, that's where they'll hang 'em instead of a streetcar. I'll look around for 'em.
Yeah, you look around. If you see 'em, let me know, and I'll come over and autograph 'em for you.
Yeah, that's a good idea. I'll let you know right away.
Yeah, do that.
I'll be back quick as I can. Wonderful world.
Yeah. Ain't it, though?
Hey, Mr. Lum. Mr. Lum.
Huh? Who said that?
It's me, Mr. Lum, Cedric.
Why, Cedric, how'd you get in here?
I sneaked in through the window.
Well, for goodness sakes, ain't you supposed to be in jail at the county seat? Your papa ain't bailed you out yet, has he?
No, Mom, I broke out of jail. Or that is, I just walked out when nobody wasn't looking.
I granny, Cedric, you can't do that. You better get right back to jail. This is against the law. They can put you in jail for this.
Well, wait, I got something to tell you, Mr. Lum.
Something to tell me?
Yes, Mom, I better whisper it to you, though I don't want nobody to hear it. Listen.
No.
Yes, Mom.
I granny, Cedric, that's a great idea. A great idea.
Now, wait a minute. Cedric having a great idea? Oy vey. March 24th, 1942, Lum and Abner here on Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox. Oh, my goodness. And by the way, Ted at RadioMemories.com supplies us all these upgraded episodes of Lum and Abner in excellent audio quality. You can find the whole series at RadioMemories.com. That's RadioMemories.com. Shows available on cassette, CD, or on flash drive for your computer. That's RadioMemories.com. Thanks so much for making us a part of your day. Would you thank this station, support their advertisers? It's their kindness and courtesy that allow us to be with you each and every time we roll around here on your favorite radio station. If you miss a day, you don't have to miss a single show. All of our shows are available on demand at classicradio.stream. That's classicradio.stream. Stream our shows. Learn about building a classic radio collection of your own. You can contact me, find our social media links, and if you're so inclined, you can buy me a coffee. That Buy Me a Coffee money helps us acquire additional classic radio collections and also helps us maintain our distribution channels. That's at classicradio.stream. Thanks for tuning in. Tell all your friends the greatest radio shows of all time are right here at this spot on the dial. Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox on your favorite radio station.